right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Providing more than just hair care.
I believe how you look affects how you feel.
The shop in North St. Louis County giving confidence to its customers.
We're getting a break from the cold. Mild air moved in today, steady rain with it. I'm timing out more rain chances.
But first, many feeling a sting tonight as a man sits behind bars facing charges for Colin Brown's death.
He was too young for something like that to happen to him. It's exciting to know that someone was caught.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Robert Townsend. Tonight, the St. Louis area hockey community is still processing the recent arrest of a man now in custody and facing charges for the shooting death of Colin Brown. Brown, you'll remember, was a beloved CBC and Afton hockey player. New tonight, Annie Krall spoke with local hockey families about what this arrest means in getting justice for Colin. Annie.
That's right, Robert. You'll remember that it's 26-year-old Garrett Jordan who was arrested in connection with Colin's death, according to court documents that were filed yesterday. He's charged with first-degree murder. One hockey mom told me today it was a life cut far too short, losing such a talented athlete at 16. On November 23rd, Colin Brown was hit by stray gunfire riding home from a hockey game on Interstate 55 near Loughborough. Court documents say there were shots fired from multiple people, though the catalyst is unknown.
You have theories of acting with another and also theories of transferred intent.
Documents explain how police traced Garrett Jordan's phone location data to the scene of the shooting. Though St. Louis Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore said Friday there may be more arrests.
If you look at the probable cause statement, we nowhere in the probable cause statement say he's the shooter.
Colin was sitting beside his dad, retired Illinois State Police Lieutenant Colonel Calvin Brown, when he was hit by a rogue bullet. The injury would end his life 4 days later. Imperial hockey mom Tiffany Renfro remembers when she heard the news.
My heart dropped.
Renfro is at youth games every weekend, including a doubleheader Saturday as her 8-year-old son Bobby aspires to play in high school like Colin or even beyond.
You know, you see all these little kids running around and all of them have futures, you know, and it might not even be for hockey. It might be for something else. And I didn't really know him except that he was a hockey player, but he wanted to go on and do other things and he had dreams and goals. And to know that, you know, watching all these young hockey players, you don't know what's going to happen, and it's wrong place, wrong time, and it's heartbreaking. Don Arias, the director of the Afton Under-16 hockey team, which Colin played on along with CBC, unpacked what's still ahead.
It's a long way to go, you know, in regards to the criminal justice side, because, you know, it's got to go to court, and we don't know what's going to happen there. But, you know, I'm hopeful that, you know, he'll be prosecuted for the crimes and the action against Colin.
Police tell us they're not ruling out the possibility of more charges involving Jordan coming in the future. Yesterday, a judge issued an arrest warrant for another man with felony drug charges filed against him on November 20th. The judge saying the warrant was a result of the murder charges against Jordan in connection to Colin's death. Robert?
Annie, thank you for that. A Missouri man is coming home soon after spending months in a Syrian prison. Travis Timmerman was one of thousands of people freed after rebels toppled the government. U.S. recently forces brought Timmerman back to Jordan, I should say. Today's Secretary of State Antony Blinken said officials are working to bring more Americans home.
We've been in contact with HTS and with other parties. We have impressed upon everyone we've been in contact with the importance of helping find Austin Tice and bringing him home.
Right now, we don't know exactly when Timmerman will come back home to Urbana, but his parents say that day is coming soon. Well, most of the rain has moved out, but it looks like Jack Frost is not around either. It doesn't feel like the December we're used to here in St. Louis, with lows not dipping below freezing, get this, until midweek. Jim Castillo's here with a look at our weather impact forecast. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, hi. So the warm front finally moved through here, so the temperature has gone from 46 earlier. That high that we had earlier for the day is now the new high of 50 degrees at 10 o'clock. So some areas of rain out there. The wind was quite gusty too. And you can see these thunderstorms that popped up mid-Missouri and weakened as they pushed our way. It just became showers in the area. And now they're beginning to weaken quite a bit. In fact, this is what's left over from that line now pushing into Illinois. Just a few showers, areas of drizzle and fog for the rest of the night. Otherwise, a few light showers out there. And how much rain? Well, we've had almost 2 inches in Wentzville and also around Washington, Missouri, nearly 2 inches. Wildwood 1.64, Belleville over an inch, and Edwardsville over an inch. We have another chance of rain as early as late tomorrow night. More on that coming up in just a bit.
A beauty store in North St. Louis County is reopening with a redefined mission. Now, on top of selling, it's helping women who suffer from hair loss and other challenges. 5 on Your Side's Travis Cummings shows us how they're combating that.
Just checking in. You all finding everything okay? How you doing?
It's a place where connections are made.
Barrettes look good.
And confidence is built.
We were bursting out at the seams from our other store, and just because of community support, we've been able to grow within those 4 years.
Trinita Rhodes' Beauty Supply Refresh store in Villa del Cresta Shopping Center on Howdershire Road is not your average beauty supplier.
But yeah, you can have those.
With a new hair and skin oil bar and consultation station, it's where hair and health meet.
If you're looking for a specific hair provider, whether you suffer from hair loss or alopecia or you need mental health services, we are a hub for that because we connect with so many different resources in the community to be able to pass that on to community.
It's also the people behind the product that makes this place unique.
We support all hair textures, but it just is really profound, I think, when another young African-American little girl who looks at us and she's like, I have never seen a Black-owned beauty supply. So representation matters absolutely.
Mental health liaison Ashley Smith discovered Refresh on that journey and now shares her results with others.
They gave me the education and the knowledge that I needed to take my personal care into my own hands without having to spend a lot of money to do it.
Everybody can't afford hair products, and so maybe that's why they're wearing their bonnets. So we want to have a safe place where they can feel comfortable and hold those conversations.
It's where confidence and connection meet.
Because we want to fuse beauty and mental health wellness together.
Travis Cummings, 5 on Your Side.
That's a business with a really neat twist. Tomorrow from noon until 2, the Beauty Supply Refresh will be getting back to the basics with an educational event focused on health care. The store is open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday.
We really need to highlight and show the community what we do as a whole and also recognize the leaders within our community.
Tonight, the nonprofit 100 Black Men of Metro St. Louis celebrated 41 years of community commitment with a daytime gala. Now, the organization aims to improve the quality of life of those in underprivileged communities. Some of this year's awardees include local leaders, business owners, health care providers, and a lot more. Our own Brent Solomon co-hosted the event. AI algorithms giving people personalized prices.
It feels like an invasion of privacy.
It kind of makes me think a bit of Big Brother.
A look into a controversial trend that's sparking a federal investigation and could cost you more money.
Here to celebrate our kids and to bring a little Christmas joy.
How could you not spend some money for charity and then go out with your friends?
We have just a whole bunch of folks in the community who care.
The season of giving taking many forms. How St. Louis is chipping in for those in need.
The rain is tapering off tonight after a mostly dry Sunday. You'll need your rain gear again.
Tonight, there's a federal investigation into a strategy using AI that could impact your wallet. Now, it uses your personal data to decide how much you pay. 5 on Your Side's Paula Bazan asked the FTC how regulators are going to protect consumers.
Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is collected when they shop online or even in stores. And now, with artificial intelligence, that data may be used against them in a practice called surveillance pricing.
Have you ever heard of this?
I just heard of it just now.
How do you feel that different people are charged different prices for the same thing?
It's kind of crazy, honestly.
We spoke with people at a Brentwood shopping center to see how they feel about this high-tech pricing strategy.
It feels like an invasion of privacy.
It kind of makes me think a bit of Big Brother.
But it's happening online, and now a federal investigation is underway into surveillance pricing. It's a controversial practice where AI and personal data, like browsing habits, location, even gender, determine how much you pay.
there's really a risk here.
For answers, we went straight to Stephanie Wynn, Chief Technologist at the Federal Trade Commission. She's part of a team probing into how companies might use AI to assign personalized prices. Right now, the government is collecting information from major companies, including MasterCard, McKinsey, and JP Morgan, looking into how consumer data impacts their pricing algorithms. A MasterCard spokesperson told us they're cooperating, saying we do not provide surveillance pricing services.
We're seeing a lot of software vendors or consultancies who are starting to offer to help companies implement that data-driven pricing.
Unlike dynamic pricing, which adjusts prices based on supply and demand, surveillance pricing could mean you pay more than someone else for the same product.
And we want to make sure that surveillance pricing isn't resulting in harm to certain communities or to certain individuals.
Researchers have been sounding the alarm for years. In 2015, a ProPublica study revealed that a test prep company charged higher prices to Asian Americans based on zip codes. Now, AI could make pricing discrimination even harder to detect.
We don't want people to be charged based on their race or their gender.
Shoppers we spoke with call it a hidden threat and a clear sign of technology crossing the line.
We should have more information in general to understand how to prevent it.
So what can you do? Experts suggest reviewing your app permissions, but let's face it, most of us don't have time to dig through the fine print. That's why the FTC is stepping in. Their investigation is still ongoing with no clear timeline, but they're vowing to hold companies accountable. For the I-Team, Paula Bassan, 5 on your side.
After our story aired, JP Morgan Chase responded by email. The FTC has notified the company that it is withdrawing its order and no further response from JPMC is required.
All right, lots of rain today. It's tapering off now. A dry day tomorrow, but the next batch of rain arrives late tomorrow night. I'll time it out coming up.
It's the season of giving and busloads of people are taking it to another level. 12 bars of charity kicked off this afternoon in Ballpark Village. Anyone taking part in the festive bar crawl made a donation to one of 8 local charities. Now they tried some exclusive drink specials, wore a charity team sweatshirt, and had their cover charges waived. Participating charities included Make-A-Wish, Stray Rescue, and the ALS Association. Looks like they had a lot of fun there. Today, hundreds of families got some holiday help through the nonprofit Beyond Housing. Thanks to donations from the community, Beyond Housing provided gifts and lots of toys to more than 300 families and nearly 600 kids from around the St. Louis area. One mother, Mia Bailey, tells us nothing is cheap and it's stressful to be on a tight budget this time of year. She says Beyond Housing was able to make sure her kids have a happy Christmas.
Now I can focus more on making sure my bills are paid, making sure my rent is still paid up, making sure I can give my children exactly what they need. So they're helping provide them with their wants while I help provide them with their needs.
Right now, Beyond Housing is building 36 homes and rehabbing another 100. Now, the nonprofit not only focuses on getting low-income families into affordable housing, but also helps them with education, jobs, and a lot more.
We know that it's not just about our Jeeps, but about, spreading joy.
A special parade for kids in foster care kicked off a few hours ago. The Midwest Off-Road Hers group paid a visit to Every Child's Hope on St. Charles Rock Road this evening. Now, the all-women Jeep group decked out their cars, look at that, and passed out gifts to those kids, including Amazon gift cards and lots of backpacks. The Jeep Club is hitting up some other places in need of some holiday cheer, including assisted living facilities, St. Louis Children's Hospital, and the Ronald McDonald House. I'm so glad the rain finally stopped just in time for them to brighten those kids' early holiday. Jim is back with a look at our forecast. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, the rain didn't stop anybody, really, just enjoying the weekend. And I know it was a rough day, that's for sure, with that rain, but now it's just really spotty. So Melville and then also northeastern Madison County in Illinois, a few showers out there, also eastern portions of St. Clair County in Illinois there too. Eventually, we're at 50 now. So overnight tonight, the front comes through and we'll drop back down into the low 40s around St. Louis, upper 30s even around the Farmington area. Then tomorrow, after a cloudy start, maybe areas of fog and drizzle in some areas. We'll see a southwest wind at 5 miles an hour, sun and clouds mixed, and likely some 50s in the afternoon. In fact, expecting some mid-50s around the St. Louis area. And then we get into the midnight hour and 3 a.m. Showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder. St. Louis south and eastward is where it's looking more likely. Maybe not as much up to the north. And then look what happens at 5:30 in the morning southeast of St. Louis. Still watching some heavier bands of showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder in here. And here at 7 a.m. So not St. Louis. Looks like it gets out of here pretty quickly, but still watching that batch of rain all the way into about noontime, and then it gets out of here on Monday. So that current temperature is 50 degrees, south wind at 10 miles an hour at 10 o'clock, and humidity way up there at 86%. 46 was our earlier high, 50 now because it's before midnight, and those current temperatures are in the 40s and even some low 50s in spots. Here comes that front for Sunday. It's to our west, so Sunday's a really nice day here, 56 for that high, and then we get into Sunday night. Rain is likely, some areas of thunder all the way through early on Monday. We'll get a break on Tuesday, and here's that 7-day forecast. So Monday's high near 60. And it's a little bit breezy, and that rain chance is basically before noon. Tuesday, 53, partly sunny. And then another chance of rain in here. Looks like Tuesday night is likely, and then gets out of here early Wednesday. Then we cool off to 44 on Wednesday. Thursday, about 39. It's dry. 40 for Friday, 33 for Saturday. It's cold Saturday. But you were asking about Christmas. At this point, it looks dry. Temperatures in the upper 40s. And some decent weather.
Good. Hey, we're heading in the right direction.
Yes.
I can't believe tonight jumped to 50.
Yeah, right now. And
thanks a lot, Jim. Well, things did not go according to plan for this teens college signing day, but it turned out to be truly memorable. Frank Cusimano has the story of this mother-daughter duo's special connection. 11 days until Christmas, and this holiday season, 5 on Your Side is partnering with Foster and Adoptive Care Coalition for its Little Wishes campaign. Now, there are about 650 kids with Little Wishes left to grant. To help out, just go to ksdk.com/Little Wishes.
This 5 on Your Side Sports Report is sponsored by Telly Tire and Auto Centers, driving your way since 1942.
There are 5 national signing dates a year. Thousands of high school kids get a chance to live out a dream and make that college scholarship official. And as the years go by, student athletes are getting craftier with their reveals. But you probably have not seen one like this. Frank Cusimano has more.
It's more of a love story than a sports story. There's no question that 17-year-old Emma Williamson and her 52-year-old mother, Haley, have a deep love for each other.
She's my biggest supporter, best friend.
We've been through a lot together, and she's always stood by my side.
Literally, this single mom and daughter have driven all over the country together for the last 5 years. The reason? Emma is a standout softball pitcher for Christ Our Rock Lutheran High School in Centralia.
How many pitches do you throw?
I throw 5 pitches.
Most strikeouts in a game?
19.
Emma has pitched 205 varsity innings and has 365 strikeouts and allows less than 1.5 runs per game.
As a pitcher's mom, it can be very nerve-wracking to be at the game, but whether she strikes out 19 or someone hits a home run, just knowing if you watch her on the mound, you can see the sheer determination. But better yet, when she is talking with opponents, the smile on her face is so genuine. I'm more proud of her as a person than I could ever describe to you, but when she gets on that mound, she's fierce.
Eastern Illinois agreed and offered a scholarship. However, on September 25th, Haley became very sick. A bacterial pneumonia, an autoimmune disorder, and a neuromuscular issue also.
I came for a doctor's appointment, and within 10 minutes I was in the emergency room. They took me then to trauma, and they told me they were going to have to intubate me, and she was on the way to Georgia to pitch. So I had about 10 minutes to get that word to her.
The months went by, and Haley knew she would be in the hospital for National Signing Day for her daughter. Her case manager at Barnes Jewish Hospital was Angela Johnson.
She was very bummed. National Signing Day is a huge event in an athlete's life.
I cried. This is something that she has worked for since she was 10 years old, and I didn't want to ruin it for her, and I didn't want to miss it.
There was no way I could do it without her.
Because of these group of nurses at Barnes Jewish, she didn't have to. They planned a special celebration signing. On November 13th, with friends and family on hand, Emma Williamson became maybe the first athlete to sign her national letter of intent in a hospital, with her mom right next to her.
It just honestly felt magical.
It was absolutely perfect.
I was actually going to do a second signing back at home after the date later in December, but this one was so perfect I could never top it, so we're not going to do that anymore.
Haley and Emma Williamson. When there's love, there's always a way.
I would not be where I am without her.
She's a pure joy.
What a sweet and touching story. Don't you love everything about that?
Yeah, I loved it. Loved it.
We wish her well. Jim, you got a final look at her.
Yeah, that rain is tapering off. Still areas of drizzle, maybe some fog tonight, but then we turn partly sunny tomorrow afternoon in 56. A really nice Sunday. And as we get into tomorrow night before midnight, rain again, especially St. Louis south and eastward through early Monday. And then we're clearing and breezy Monday, 59. We do cool down by the end of the week, but we warm back up again by Christmas. We're back in the upper 40s by Christmas and Christmas Eve.
Bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Hey.
Up and down.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. That's all of our time for 5 on Your Side at 10. Saturday Night Live is coming your way next. Have a great evening, everyone.